Hey everybody, I'm here with Amadeus to talk about my progress so far with The Hobbit. I am going to make this really short because I have had a long week at work. I need to go take a nap. I am so glad to be done with the kids for the next 3 days. I have not finished this yet. I've been working on it for a couple of weeks now, but I'm kind of doing like a chapter at a time because I'm focusing so much on other books, getting caught up in other books. I'm liking this a lot more than the first time I read it back in high school. I got into it a lot faster. I'm really appreciating the fairy tale kind of storytelling style. I've done a couple of annotations. Wait, there's one. So I've done a couple of annotations throughout this. I haven't done any pictures for this yet, but all of those pink tabs there, the post-its, are marking the spots that have descriptions that I'd like to draw pictures for. So, yeah, right now the group has just finished getting past the elves and they are on their way to Lake Town. And then we're going to get the whole Lonely Mountain thing started, so that'll be interesting. I'm still not looking forward to reading the Fellowship of the Ring and, the other, the Lord of the Rings books. But with how I'm feeling about Hobbit, I feel like I might have a little more appreciation for it now. And I've read a little bit more fantasy since high school. So I might appreciate the fantasy of it a little more. Hopefully I will enjoy Lord of the Rings more than the first time I read it when I didn't enjoy it at all. I was only reading it because I loved the movie so much. Yeah, that's it. I will check back with you later. I'm gonna go to sleep. Hello everyone, I have finally finished The Hobbit. The first time I read this was back in high school. I didn't love it. I had trouble getting it started. I've got a little more experience with fantasy since then, so I'm going to credit that for why I actually enjoyed myself. It very much reads like a fairy tale. I didn't really think so the first time. Yeah. I will say that the part with Smaug the dragon at the end of this, the way the whole thing kind of ended up felt pretty anticlimactic for me, considering the build-up for it during the journey. That said, I enjoyed myself. I did do my artwork for this, which I'm showing off in this vlog at some point. I don't know if this is unpopular opinion or not, but I don't like Tolkien's artwork. Considering the mood of his stories and the fantasy of it and everything, I don't think he includes nearly enough shading, so this is one of the drawings that I did for it where I basically copied the drawing but added the shading and moodiness that I think it's seriously missing. I've also got my annotations and stuff, with all of my thoughts. Hopefully my mom really enjoys going through this. I am starting on Fellowship of the Ring this month. Not next month, this month. I am determined to start and finish it this month. I basically have to read a book a month if I want to wrap everything up in time for Christmas. Wish me luck. Hopefully it's the same case as The Hobbit, where I end up enjoying The Lord of the Rings a lot more this time around. Fingers crossed. I admittedly have been avoiding this project for a while now, since it was winter-ish, here in Montana at least, whenever I shot my initial Lord of the Rings project. Cannot avoid it any longer. I have to just get through it. Wish me luck. Love you all. See you later. are sitting in front of my little desk here in the corner of the library. I hope you enjoyed my little video on the last drawing that I made. I thought I'd just do a quick walkthrough on the book with you. The Hobbit, I basically put post-it notes in here of all of the kind of descriptor parts that I felt inspired by to do drawings. And we start with chapter 1, An Unexpected Party, with page 3. And for this one, I wanted to do the Hobbit hole, and it wasn't turning out right, so honestly, I took a photo from the movies, which hopefully I can find it again and I can post it right here, and copied that with different, see if I can get this thing to focus with. That's a little better. And I can try and take pictures of these too to add them to here, but yeah, we'll see if I can get this figured out. So I have like all the plants and I have the Hobbit door and everything. I like how it turned out. Some of this is a little more washed out with the pen that I used, but I ended up kind of liking it. And there's a lot of detail in there and I just didn't want to go over it again. Lazy artist, that's me. I haven't actually done a lot of drawings in a while, so this project was a really great way for me to kind of try and get back on track with that. I haven't really done it since college or since the beginning of college, so basically having to find the spots that pop up. This one is Out of the Frying Pan and Into the Fire on page 92, so they are looking at kind of a meadow. It's this clearing in the trees and they're about to see the wargs or the wolves. It says wolves, but I feel like it's wargs. I don't know. And I did kind of this little drawing. This is actually the third time that I've done this particular picture because, simple as it is, I could not get it to turn out right. So you have the clearing and the trees and the moon up above. So I've done painting, I've done drawing, all sorts of stuff. Ultimately, I just felt like ink was the best for this. So this book also has its own illustrations. As I've already stated previously, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but I don't like Tolkien's artwork. I like the idea of his artwork. He's got good lines and everything, but I feel like he's severely lacking in shading. He needs to put some shading in his drawings. I just feel like they would be better that way. Kind of set the mood and set the tone of the photo and the stories a little more, because they travels to some pretty dark places in this book, and this wasn't it. So this is, what chapter is this? This is still Out of the Frying Pan and Into the Fire, and Bilbo has been picked up by the eagles and is flying over the land, and it kind of describes what he's seeing dangling between his feet. So I did this. You have kind of the mountains in the distance. This mountain's a little closer. You've got a little stream and a bunch of the trees and the moon. I know the moon is huge in this drawing, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm done with it. So I just tried to do kind of a long distance. And again, got some shading and some mood setting in there. I'm just going to keep bringing that up. That's just how it's going to be. Oh, also, got some little annotations in there. And some more annotations. Alright, this one I showed you in the last clip. This is the gate for the elves in Mirkwood. Did the drawing over and just used a thicker pen, and I like how it turned out. This one, barrels out of bond, so they are riding the barrels out of the elves' part of the woods, and they're in the barrels in the river, and so you've got the little barrels and the river, and it's surrounded by trees and plants and stuff. Why does this focus better if I'm farther away from it? I don't know. Oh, and this is actually the last one, which you just saw me drawing. This is Smaug laying on top of all of the gold and stuff. I didn't want to draw any more circles. This is kind of the wall in the distance. It said that he kind of glows with fire and stuff, and like the light of his body. I don't know, so that's where you can kind of see some of the background. He's turned a little bit so you can see some of the shiny parts and the jewels and stuff that are stuck into his stomach. And there you have it. That is my artwork for The Hobbit. This is what the other books are going to be like. I think my mom's really going to love this. And yeah. Alright. I hope you've enjoyed this little vlog. The next one will be Fellowship of the Ring, which I will finish this month in August. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna make it happen one way or another. Wish me luck, and I will see you all in my next video. Also, like, subscribe, be my friend if you have nothing better to do. Bye.